In the last few episodes, we've gone walking through the woods looking for a burrow. We've gone running through the woods, we've gone running on the Mushers Hall trails, and we watched the sled dogs race in the Open North American Championships. But in this episode, I want to talk about staying still.
So I learned recently something that made total sense about the 3 Ds of dog stay training. And those 3 Ds are duration, distance, and I can't remember the third one. Duration, distance, and so the first one we've been working on is just duration, is can you sit and stay for a period of time and not even worry about the walking away part. Dyalla has a great quote in his book, and Dyalla is a famous sprint musher from Huslia. Dyalla has a great quote saying that there's no such thing as a bad dog. There's just bad trainers, and I'd say that's often true. So what I'm doing with these dogs is trying to set them up for success. So every time I ask them to stay, I might ask them to stay just a little bit longer. But if they break and they jump before I've said so, that's more my fault because I didn't understand that they weren't ready for that duration yet. This has been a weeks-long process. Literally weeks I've been working on stay, and I can get a food bowl down to the ground and have it clink against the ground and have them stay for a second before they release. And we just practice it every day, a little bit at a time.
Sit, stay. Okay, good dogs, good dogs. So good, so good. Such sweeties.
So stay is one of my most important commands in my toolkit. We use stay, probably every time we run up our road. We have about a quarter mile to the trailhead. So every time a car goes by, I have the dogs come to me. I have them sit at my feet. I always have treats in my back pocket. I have them sit at my feet and I have them stay. And as the car goes by, my dogs are all perfectly controlled, mostly. The car goes by, hopefully nice and slowly, and I'm happy because the neighbor didn't run over my dogs, and the neighbor's happy because I don't have to murder him. Later, I'll start working on distance. So I'll say stay, and I'll walk away a foot or two, and then have them come to me, say, okay, come, and have them break and come to me. And I'll try to expand that distance and expand that distance. I've used stay around town when I have to say cross a road. The snow plows push the snow to the sides of the road and make these big berms on the edge of the road. So if I've got a trail that crosses a road, I can't see all the time the cars that are coming in either direction. So I could put a snow hook in, have the dog stay, go look over the edge of the snow berm, look both ways, but when I came back and undid the snow hook and put it away and got the dogs going again, there could be cars coming. I have no idea. So one of the things I use stay for, and it's super useful, is I get to the edge of the road, I tell the dogs to stay, I cross the berm, I go to the other side of the road, I make sure there's no cars coming, and then I say, okay, the dogs come across the road, they bring the sled to me, I jump on, and off we go. So a couple days ago, we were out mushing. My dogs stay. Verb and Noun were free, and 2 moose show up on the trail ahead of us, running away from us, hanging out in the willows, running away from us, hanging out in the willows. And I wanted my big dogs to stay. And there's really no way that they're gonna stay if there's a moose ahead of them in the trail. It's just improbable that they're gonna have that level of control right now.
This is why we have a snow hook, just for things like this, where they won't listen. Stay! Verb, come here. Verb, come here. I got another treat for you. I got another treat.
They're prey-oriented dogs, and if they see something running from them, they're gonna chase it down.
Maybe they're gone. My dogs stay. Easy. Okay, easy. go. On by. Straight ahead. Let's go. Good job.
All right, I think I'll stop here. I don't know what I'm gonna say about stay, but this is a good start. Enough. I got the big dog holding down verb's head, and while the big dog is holding down verb's head, noun is chewing on verb's penis. That's not polite.